Just under 2 years ago, Forza Horizon 5 released this. They call it the Dodge Viper GTS AE, and that stands for Anniversary Edition to mark 10 years of Forza Horizon's lifetime, all the way from Horizon 1 up to now. You unlock this thing by completing all chapters of the Horizon Origins Horizon story, the start of which you can find just up here. This thing has 640 brake horsepower, 600 foot-pounds of torque, it weighs 2,646 pounds and has a whopping 8.4 litre V10. I know what you're thinking, that's a lot of bald eagles. And to be honest, you'd be very much right with this thing. It is a pretty cool looking car. It is exactly the same as the GTS, aside from the Horizon version, or the Horizon Edition, wheels on here, and also the cool little window banner. Well, that's as far as we got. And now my capture card has come unplugged. Give me a minute. Okay, we're back. I can't help but think something looks a little off, but we'll deal with that later. Anyway, let's go straight over to, I think the first thing we're going to do is conversion. We've got only the option to either twin turbo or supercharge this thing, so I think we could go with, well, I mean, it's a Viper, so let's go American. Let's go supercharger. Drivetrain, we're going to go ahead and of course install a race clutch because we are definitely going to need that, and I think we don't need a rally transmission, we'll just stick with what we've got. As for aero and appearance, we've only got Forza Aero for the front and some Forza Aero for the back, which oddly looks kind of alright, but again we're going to go no aero just because Forza Aero on this usually looks a bit just, well, not great, let's put it that way. As for tyre compound, we're going to go with race tyres like always, and I think we'll go ahead and just make them a little wider at the front, and also we're going to go ahead and make them a little bit wider at the back as well. And a race intake, just because we can, and we'll also go with the race exhaust, just to make this thing sound a little nicer, and probably a little bit meaner as well. And also, let's fully upgrade the supercharger as well, because I know we're going to need that, and of course an intercooler to try and make everything, well, cool, I guess. Flywheel, yeah, we'll do that too. And I think we might go with these rims, which will end up putting us at 1,066 brake horsepower, which is absolutely insane. 1,238.1 newton meters of torque, with this thing weighing 1,512 kilograms with a 50% weight distribution, which is actually really good, and an 8.5 litre engine. Right, now let's get out to the race. Alrighty, so here we are now with our car. We're doing things a little different this time, just a little bit of fun, because, well, why not? But the Dodge Viper is honestly a pretty decent car indeed. There's many of them worldwide, and of course that famous 8.4 litre V10 really is just quite the brilliant sounding engine. Alright, get ready. Any second, let's go ahead and go. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. We're going up against 11 other cars. We've got quite an interesting track ahead of us, and I'm hoping we might be able to do good, because off the start we're already up in 6th and nearly took out a couple barriers on our way through. Okay, turn, please turn, please turn. Oh, we're using cars as brakes. Okay, there's a few cars ahead of us. We're now up into 3rd, 2nd. Come on, first is right there. It's 34% through. We are right on the tail of first. We're jumping across the motorway. Oh dear, that's a turn. That's a turn. Good news, turn is complete. And somehow, if you look at the top right, we are up into first. How? I genuinely don't know at this point, but we've done it. And the question is now, can we keep it to the end of the race? Because I really hope we can. Just casually making our way across the farmer's yard. Very sorry for the loss of your crops and the tyre tracks. Totally not my fault. Oh, don't hit the house, don't hit the house, don't hit the trees, don't hit the... Never mind, we hit the trees. Well, a lot of them suddenly just caught up out of nowhere, so it's a battle to the line. The last checkpoint is right here. We're just going to dart past everybody and hopefully get a steal across the line. Come on! Phew.
Another win. You're making a habit of this.
Yeah, it's not exactly easy, is it? We got a time of, I think that's 2 minutes 4, which is honestly not too bad. Okay, here we are now back over at the upgrade shop, and the first thing we're going to do is go ahead straight to engine swap. I am not doing good with the words, but we're going to go ahead and throw in a 6.5 litre V12. We're going to go ahead and also twin turbo it, and we're going to go ahead and also all-wheel drive swap this thing as well. And then we're going to go ahead and also definitely upgrade this thing to max. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of that as well. And just before I forget, we need our good old off-road springs and dampers. Right, I'll be right back. So here we are now with the upgrade stats. We are currently sat at 3,131 pounds with 1,515 brake horsepower. Oh, this thing is going to be nuts. Saving content. Please do not turn off your console. But what if I want to? Joy of joys, now I have to go and tune the entire thing. So, I'll be right back. Okay, here we are now over at the good old drag strip. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of wheelie check. Do we get anything? Nope. Absolutely nothing. There is no wheelie from this thing whatsoever. So let's go ahead and get ourselves all lined up here. We'll go ahead and, of course, try and get on some good old-fashioned launch control. And away we go. Let's go ahead and find out what we get on this thing from the drag strip. I'm hoping for something pretty decent, because let's face it, it is very, very hefty, but there is, of course, a lot of power in this thing. So hopefully we'll get something pretty decent. My sat-nav is complaining at me. I'm not going to listen because it's a sat-nav. Let's be real. Who listens to a sat-nav in this game? Anyway, across the camera we go at 250 miles an hour exactly, and I've got no brakes. Honestly, I'm not surprised at this point. Well, I've got to say that was interesting, but now we're going to go back over to custom upgrades. We're going to go ahead and I think take this from being supercharged all the way to a twin turbo, which is going to be fantastic. And we're also going to go ahead and swap out the drag tires for some regular good old race tire compound. And I think we made them wide already. Yes, we did. We made them wide enough already. Fantastic. Right. In that case, let's go ahead and jump to the motorway and find this thing's top speed. Although before we do that, let's quickly take a look at the Forzathon shop. We've got the 1953 Maserati long name Bernaletta. We've also got the pink top hat, the blue biker trousers, the 2010 Aston Martin 177, the Horizon Super Wheelspin, and of course our regular Horizon Wheelspin 2. And now, out to the motorway. Okay, so we're just a little bit south of the motorway. Let's go ahead and get ourselves onto some launch control if we can. Come on, it's been a second. There we go. I don't know where they're going. And away we go. Let's go ahead and find things at top speed. And hopefully it's going to be a pretty decent one, because we did spend a lot of time upgrading this thing, and it did fairly well when it came down to drag racing. But first, let's just jump across the roundabout, because nobody uses that, and on to the motorway we go. I'm hoping for somewhere probably around maybe the 230 mark, because well, this thing is pretty speedy until we find a traffic car. Alright, here we go into the tunnel. Feel free to go ahead and take a listen real quick. Honestly, this thing sounds pretty good in tunnels, I'm not going to lie. It is pretty cool indeed. I don't know what we passed back there, but why is that Fiat there? Alright, 237 so far. We've got the speed camera to go, which is not going to be too far away. Hopefully, let's try and make the turn. Oh, it's gone badly. Alright, hopefully up here should be our camera. And there we go, 227. A little less than I was hoping, but still not too bad, I guess. Right, let's go ahead and get ourselves to the end of the motorway, see what speed we get down here, which is 228, and there we went absolutely flying. And next up, something I don't think the Viper was ever made to do. And now we're going to go ahead and drift this thing. Let's go ahead and see how we do. Chucking this thing in, starting out really nice and strong, obviously. We're a little bit off of where we're meant to be, but out the other side of the whopping 41,040 points, which is absolutely nuts for a first attempt. And I'm also using a 4-speed, so this is quite interesting. So here we go now, back for round 2, going back the other way. I'm hoping we get the same good result, but I don't think it will be 40,000. We do get 36,348 though, which is not too bad, honestly. Given the fact that we're using a 4-speed, that is genuinely really, really good. That is the video on the Dodge Viper AE. I don't know why they called it the AE, but the Joys of Anniversary Edition cars, or just glammed up Forza Edition cars, but yeah, it's certainly a lot of fun to drive, and well, worth getting. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Feel free to go ahead, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that cool stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Tag out. See ya. By the way, if this video felt a little off, you might want to check your calendar.